Okay, hi everyone. So it's great to have Meg Jeffs here. So thank you, Meg, for being willing to share a little bit. We're carrying on with our Sunbridge story. So we've looked already at the heart for Bradford and the heart for the nations. And on this episode, we are going to be talking about transformed lives. And it's been amazing, really, because God has transformed many people's lives in this church, outside this church, in this community. And so, Meg, it would just be great to hear how God has worked in your family and how He's transformed lives within your family, really. So, over to you, really. Happy to share a little bit about that.
Right. My grandfather was a very lowly officer's batman in the army. And in 1919, he went on a duck shoot with his officers to Norfolk and was accidentally shot and died. But because he wasn't killed on active duty, he was refused an army pension, leaving his widow, my grandmother, with 5 children under 10, with absolutely no means of financial support, in total destitution. And they lived just round the corner off White Abbey Road, which even then was a very deprived area. And she was absolutely desperate and heard somehow, possibly because Sunbridge already had a reputation as helping people, she actually came to the mission for help in her terrible situation. And when she came, she found love, friendship, help, practical and in every way. But more importantly of all, she found the Lord. So she started attending regularly at Sunbridge and brought her 5 children with her and brought them to Sunday school. And eventually all 5 of them became Christians. And then they all married Christian partners and continued. Well, there was one daughter who actually married somebody who went to another church. So they moved, so that was a bit sort of treacherous, really. But all the children came with their new partners to the mission. They brought up their children, which are all my cousins, here at Sunbridge, and they were all active in working in the church. But eventually, as happened at that time, all my cousins moved to various parts of the UK, or even abroad, one to Sweden, eventually one to the United States. But they all took their faith and their knowledge of God with them. And they were all lawyers, nurses, teachers mainly. So just the act of my grandmother coming here for help really shaped my whole family to become part of God's family for the help and the love that she got at Sunbridge at that time. So I'm sure there's lots of other families with similar stories, but obviously I'm grateful to God, but grateful to Sunbridge as well for being there for her at that time.
Meg, thank you that's amazing, really, how God has worked in your family over the generations. Really, it's very, very powerful, and I hope people listening to this have been massively encouraged by Meg's story, and also just how God has worked in and amongst family members. But as you say, just an act of faith, I guess, as well from your grandmother, and how God has just saved members of your family. Quite remarkable.
Yes, really. And hopefully that's still spreading around the UK
worldwide.
And the world from that. So it goes on.
Fantastic. Well, folks, thanks for tuning in and listening again. And thank you, Megan, for joining us. Please join us for our next episode, and we will see you then. Bye for now.